Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you'd be fine. This is Cambridge Lower Secondary Book 7. Today we have started chapter number 14, exercise 14.3, translating 2D shapes after understanding what are coordinates, what is coordinate grid, and how do we measure the length of the 2 points on any line. And now today we are going to work out the coordinates of shapes after a translation. So what does translation means? Translation means when a shape is completely translated into some other uh, place, okay, but the shape remains the same. So translating a 2D shape on a coordinate grid, we move it either up or down or left or right. Okay, so if we talk about specifically this one, as you can see on your screens, here we have two triangles. The triangle ABC on this coordinate grid has the vertices A 1, 1. As you can see, it's 1, 1. You see, and then at point B, we have 2, 3. Okay, these are the coordinates. This is how we measure them. Then the the coordinates of C is 4, 1. Okay, so this is 4, 1. 4 means on the x-axis it is 4 and on the y-axis it is 1. Similarly, this is 1, 1 and this is 2, 3. Right? Now, we have to translate this triangle ABC 3 squares to the right and 2 squares up. So the vertices of the coordinates A dash, B dash, and C dash would be different, but we can say that the point A corresponds to point A dash. As you can see over here, if I'll move from point A, so what should I do now? I'll move 1, 2, 3 squares to the right and 1, 2 squares up, right? So this is a translation of going 3 squares to the right and 2 squares up. And so you can see that for each vertex, we are doing the same. 3 squares to the right and then 2 squares up. 3 squares to the right and then 2 squares up. So this is called the translation. This is how we translate. And now we can see that the coordinates are like this. For A, the coordinates were 1, 1, and the coordinates of A dash are 4, 3. Okay. Similarly, if we talk about the vertices of B, they are 2, 3, and for C, it's 4, 1. Similarly, for B dash, it's 5, 5. And for C dash, it's 7, 3. First of all, you have to learn that how do we identify the coordinates for any given vertex, for any given point. Okay. Now, since the translation is 3 squares to the right and 2 squares up, so this translation would involve like this. We will simply add 3 to each of these x coordinates, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, 4 plus 3 is 7. You see? This is how easily we can find the coordinates of a translated shape. Similarly, if we talk about the translation on the y-axis, so it was 2 squares up. So what do we have to do for the y coordinate? We will add 2 with 1. 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. So the coordinates from the figure and from the workings, both are the same. That is, we simply have to add 3 to all the x coordinates. We have to add 2 to all the y coordinates of the vertices to find the coordinates of the image. Now let's move to question number 1 of exercise 14.3. It says a triangle ABC has vertices at point A 2, 1, B 7, 1, C 2, 5. You just have to focus on the wordings of the translation. So if they say the squares are going to the right, it means you have to add 4 to the x coordinate. Right or left? For right or left, we are going to add or subtract into the x coordinate. And for up or down, we will have to add or subtract to the y coordinate. So for the x coordinate, we are going to look how many squares have we moved to the right or the left. If we have moved to the right, we will add. If we have moved to the left, we will subtract. Similarly, for the y coordinate, we will look for the coordinates going up or down. So if the coordinates are going up, we will add. If they are going down, we will subtract. That's all you have to do. Without even drawing it on a coordinate grid, you can easily find out using the doing the workings. Like whatever x coordinates are given, you have to add 4 into them. As you can see, 2 plus 4 is equals to 6, 7 plus 4 is equals to 11, 2 plus 4 is equals to 8. So the x coordinate of A dash is 6, B dash is 11, C dash is 8 after the translation of 4 squares to the right. And similarly, if we have to go 5 squares up, so we have to add 5 into each of the y coordinates. 1 plus 5, 6, 1 plus 5, 6 already given, 5 plus 5, 10. So the 3 coordinates of the translated shape would be A dash 6 comma 6, B dash 11 comma 6, C dash 8 comma 10, and that's all. That's what we have to do in question number 2. The yellow cards have different translations written on them. As you can see in part A, it's 4 squares left and 1 square up. 4 squares left means x minus 4. 1 square up means plus 1. 4 squares right means plus 4. 1 square down means minus 1. 4 squares left means minus 4. 1 square down means minus 1. 4 squares right means plus 4. 1 square up means plus 1. Okay. So the white card shows that must be added or subtracted to x and y coordinates of a shape to complete the translation. Now we just have to match each yellow card to its correct white card. Since we have already calculated each of these, so it's easy for us to now match them. So for the first one, it has already been done. A is 3. Because it's minus 4 plus 1, then plus 4 minus 1 is 2. Then comes minus 4 minus 1, which is number 1. And plus 4 plus 1 is the last one already. So D is number. You see how easy it is. Without even looking at the answers, we can solve this question very easily. Now let's move to question number 3, which says a parallelogram PQRS has vertices at the points P, Q, R, and S as given below. Now PQRS is translated 1 square left and 3 squares up. The image of PQRS is P dash, Q dash, R dash, and S dash. So what are we going to do? We'll simply write down the coordinates of P, Q, R, and S. And after that, we will look at the translation, which is 1 square to the left. 1 square to the left means minus 1 to the x coordinate. So we will simply subtract 1 from each of the x coordinates. 10 minus 1, 8 minus 1, 5 minus 1, 3 minus 1. And 3 squares up means we will add 3 to the y coordinates. That's all. So it would be 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3, 10 plus 3, and 4 plus 3. So the coordinates of P dash would be 3 minus 1, 2, 1 plus 3, 4. Q dash would be 8 minus 1, 7, 1 plus 3, 4. R dash would be 10 minus 1, 9, 4 plus 3, 7. S dash would be 4, comma 7. And that's all. You see how easy it is. In question number 4, they have given us with a solution already for a question. Let's see what mistakes are made over here and what are the corrections that we have to do. So we have to look at the question. This is Dan's homework. A triangle has vertices at point A. Let us write it down. A is 1, 4, B is 2, 7, C is 5, 6. Okay, and ABC is translated 6 squares to the right. So 1 plus 6, 2 plus 6, 5 plus 6. And 4 squares down means minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. Okay, now they have given us the solution as for the A dash. They have given us 7, 0. B dash, they have given 8, 11. And for C dash, it's 1, 12. Now let us tally. But for that, first we have to find our own solution. This is the solution for Dan, and this is ours. Okay, so 1 plus 6 is 7, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So it means this one is correct. Dan has correctly worked out the coordinates of only one vertex, which is the correct vertex. It's A dash. Okay. Similarly, 2 plus 6 is 8. And 7 minus 4 is 3. So what mistake has Dan made over here? He has added 7 with 4 instead of subtracting it. And then for C dash, it would be 5 plus 6 is 11. So here he subtracted 6 with 5 and got 1. And 6 minus 4 is 2. Also, he has made some mistake over here. So B dash and C dash are wrong, but A dash is correct. Now, we have to explain the mistakes Dan made when he worked out the other vertices. So from the calculations, from the workings, it's clearly understood that what mistakes Dan has made over here. So what can Dan do to improve the solution that he has written? He simply has to follow the steps, and that's all. How could he check that his answers are correct? By drawing it on a coordinate grid. That's all. The next question says the pentagon JKLMN has vertices JKLMN, right? So let us write it down over here. J1, 3, K3, 3, L3, 5, M2, 7, N1, 5. Okay. The pentagon is translated 3 squares right and 2 squares down. So let us first find out what would be the coordinates of the translated figure by adding 3 into the x coordinate in each of them and 2 squares down minus 2. Okay, so the coordinates for J dash would be 4, 1, K dash would be 6, 1, L dash would be 6, 3, M dash would be 5, 5, N dash would be 4, 3. Okay, but we have to work out the coordinates of the vertices. We have already done this part over here. And in second part, what is required on a square grid, we have to draw some coordinate axis going from 0 to 8 on the x and y axis. So what do we have to do over here? Basically, they are saying to draw this is how we have to draw it like this. Okay. Now they're saying on a square grid, draw some coordinate axis going from 0 to 8. So this is 0, origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the x-axis. And y-axis as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what are they saying in part 2? They're saying draw the pentagon JKLMN. since the coordinates are already given, so we can easily draw it on this grid. So J is 1, 3, which is over here. Okay. 1, 3. K is, let me write it over here. K is 3, 3. So it would be over here. Then L is 3, 5. So it would come over here. Then M is 2, 7, which would be right here. And then N is 1, 5. So this would be the JK, L, M, N. Okay. Now we will join these points. This is how we will draw this pentagon, as you can see. Now, in the next part, they are saying translate the pentagon 3 squares right. Since we have to translate it 3 squares right, so what we will do, we will simply draw it using the figure. 3 squares right means, let us take this point K. It means we have to go 1, 2, 3. We have to move each of the points to 3 squares right and 2 squares down. It means we have to go down as well. 1 and 2. So this would be the point where we will mark K dash. Okay. Similarly, we have to do the same with each of these points like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we will have L dash. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we would have K dash. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we will have N dash. Last but not the least, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we will have M dash. Now we just have to join these points. So it would be like J to K, 1, K to L, 2, L to M dash to N dash, and here comes the complete figure. This would be translated figure. You see? Now we have to use the grid to check that the coordinates in part A for the vertices are correct or not. So let's see that the coordinates that we have found in part A are matching with the coordinates in the coordinate grid or not. So if we look at J dash, so it would be 4, 1. You see? This point is 4, 1 and it's already there. It means this one is correct. For K dash, it would be 6, 1, right? So it's already there. Then for L dash, if we look at it is still 6, 3. So yes, that's also correct. Then for M dash, it would be 5, 5. Yes, that's also correct. And for N dash, it's 4, 3. So you see that the workings that we have done in part A are absolutely correct and match with the coordinate grid readings. Okay, the next question is chaos. Translate triangle JKL to J dash K dash L dash. JKL has vertices J 4 2 K 5 5 L 3 3. Chaos works out that the vertices of JKL are 1 7 K dash 10 2 and L dash 0 8. Chaos has worked out 2 of the vertices correctly and 1 incorrectly. Which vertex is incorrect? Explain how you worked out the answer. So what are we going to do? We will simply write down the vertices of all 3 J, K, L. For J, it's 4 2. For K, it's 5 5. For L, it's 3 3. Okay. And then we will write down the coordinates of J dash below J, 1, 7. For K dash below K, 10, 2. And for L dash below L, 0, 8. Now we will find out the differences between them. So if we want to find out the difference between 4 and 1, it would be 4 minus 3. And for 2, it is 2 plus 5. Okay. They haven't told us about the translation. So this is how we can find it out by subtracting the coordinates. 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. 2 plus 7, sorry. If the numbers are increasing, then we will subtract them from the bigger number to the smaller ones. That is 7 minus 2 is equals to 5. Okay. So it means we have to subtract 4 with 3 to get 1 and add 5 into 2 to get 7. Then we have 5 and 10. So what is happening over here? Again, we are adding something into it. So 5 plus 5 is equals to 10. But here it is 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. So you see here the translation is minus 3 plus 5. That is going 3 squares to the left and 5 squares up. But here it is going 5 squares to the right and 3 squares down. So they are not the same. It means there is some mistake. Let's see about the third one. 3 to 0 means they have again subtracted 3 over here because 3 minus 3 is equals to 0. And for 3 to 8, it is 5 plus 5. It means the first one and the third one are the same. Minus 3 plus 5. So which vertex J dash, K dash or L dash is incorrect? Of course, K dash is incorrect because it has a different translation from J dash and L dash. What is the correct translation that K was used? It's for J dash and L dash. That is 3 squares to the left. Minus 3 means 3 squares left and 5 squares up because it's up plus 5. Okay. What is the incorrect translation that Chaos used was 5 squares to the right, 3 squares down. This is the wrong one. Right? And these two are correct. J dash and L dash are correct, but K dash is wrong. And how did we identify it? By just looking at the differences between the coordinates of the original and the object, that is the image. That's all. Okay, it's the last question of this exercise 14.3. This is part of this homework. She has split some juice on her work. A square ABCD has vertices at the points A. Let us write them down over here. A is minus 3, 3. B is 2, 3. But she splitted some juice on the next two vertices. So they are missing. And we have to find them. ABC is translated. They are not even telling us what is the translation. So we have to figure it out as well. But they are telling us that the new coordinates of the image are, some of the images are given. That is minus 7, 3. B dash is missing. C dash is given. Wait. And D dash is also given. So how can we work out? Since the translation is also missing and almost half of the coordinates are missing, so we will go for the coordinates where we have been provided with the coordinates of both the object, both the original square and its image. So if we look at the coordinates of A and A dash, both are given. This is minus 3, 3 and minus 7, 3. But apart from A and A dash, none of the vertices are given for both, that is B and B dash. The coordinates of B are given, but B dash is missing. For C dash is given, C is missing, D dash is given, and D is missing. So we are going to work out from the coordinates of A and A dash. We'll find a difference from here. So if we find a difference, minus 3 to minus 7, what is happening over here? We'll simply subtract minus 7 minus 3, which is minus 7 plus 3 equals to minus 4. Minus 4 means we are doing minus 4 over here. Okay, this is the translation. Minus 4 means going 4 squares to the left. Okay, this translation is for the x-axis. Then we have 3 and 3. It means we are doing nothing. 3 minus 3 is equals to 0. So this translation is the same. You see? No, wait. This was minus 3 as well. So it would be like 3 minus 3. That is 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. It means we are adding 6 into it. Minus 3 plus 6 is plus 3. So plus 6 means going 6 squares up. So this would be the translation that we have to follow in each of these 4 vertices. Minus 4 plus 6, minus 4 plus 6, minus 4 plus 6. So basically, you have to practice that how do we have to translate them. Sometimes a translation would be missing and the coordinates would be given. So we will just have to find out the difference between the two coordinates. So minus 3 minus 4 is equals to minus 7. Hence proved it's correct. Minus 3 plus 6 is equals to plus 3. Hence proved this is also correct. So what we did, we simply subtracted minus 7 with minus 3 and 3 with minus 3. So we got minus 4 and plus 6 as the translation which would be followed. So if we will translate from B to B dash, we will simply add them. 2 minus 4 is equals to minus 2 and minus 3 plus 6 is equals to plus 3, right? But if we are provided with the coordinates of C dash and we have to move to the coordinates of C, now what are we going to do? Because when we add 2 and minus 4, we get minus 2, but this is not the same each time. So we have to follow the integers rule. What does it say? It says if I am adding two numbers to get the sum, right? And if first number is missing and I have to find out the first number and the last number is given, so what I'll do, I'll subtract the given integer from the sum. This is what we have to do. So this time, when these coordinates would be provided, what are we going to do? We will write it over here. Minus 2, minus 4, and we will put a minus sign over here to get the coordinate, x coordinate of C, which would be minus 2 plus 4 is equals to plus 2. So it would be 2 over here. Okay. Then we have 2 minus 6, which is minus 4. So this would be minus 4. So minus 4 plus 6 is equals to 2, right? You can check them as well. Then we have D dash is minus 7 minus 4. Okay. So it will be minus 7 plus 4, which is minus 3. So the x coordinate of D would be minus 3. And you can check minus 3 minus 4 is equals to minus 7, which means it's correct. Similarly, minus 2 minus 6, which is minus 8. It means the y coordinate of D would be minus 8. And you can check it. Minus 8 plus 6 is equals to minus 2. So this is how we have to do the workings. If we have to move back from the coordinates of the image to the coordinates of the vertices of the object, the original shape. They're saying work out the coordinates of the vertices B dash. It's here. And then in part 2 for C, so it's here, 2 comma minus 4. And for D, it's here, minus 3 comma minus 8. And then they are telling us, asking us, explain how you worked out the answer to part A, which I have told you in detail. So you can check it out. Okay, students, we have completed exercise 14.3 in detail. I hope you would have understood it clearly. Still, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section or you can contact me on my WhatsApp. So up till now, we have completed the 3 exercises of chapter number 14. Inshallah, in the next video, we are going to move forward towards 14.4 and so on. Until then, take care. Do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends as much as you can. Allah Hafiz.